Hi, this is Rich. How you doing? I just watched some of this video here, and I'd like to make a comment about it. It's a great message, and I'd like to promote and make known more the Cosmic Agency YouTube channel and these messages from the Tibetan Pleiadian ETs. So specifically, Yaski Swaru is talking with Gosha. And the message is really good, and I want to kind of break it down or talk about it. And I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Now, I may not go through the entire video, but I wanted to get you started or get you introduced to these messages. So here we go.
Gosha. Do not ever underestimate the power you have as individuals and as a collective. Amidst greatest challenges, you are their weapon, the only weapon they fear.
What we're talking about here is they, the regressives on planet Earth and off planet Earth, they're into the control domination game, and they fear powerful beings like ourselves. We create realities with our imagination, with our thoughts, the way we think individually and collectively. We're sovereign manifesting beings. So we're playing a major part in this drama or this play that's playing out on planet Earth right now. We just don't remember that we're doing it, okay? From a higher place, we've kind of jumped into here one way or another, decided to come, do that thing we do. Now it's just a matter of waking up and getting back to that thing that we're supposed to be doing here, okay? All right.
Stand brave and do not fear. Look the oppressors in the eyes and gather the fire to stand up against them. Everything depends on it. On your fire to stand your ground, to resist and rise.
Now, the way I do this, I look at this not as a human being, like one little guy, just, what could I do? But as a very powerful sovereign being, a godlike creator being. The way we manifest our lives, it seems like a domino effect, Newtonian physics of cause and effect, but in fact, it's more of a manifestation phenomena of imagining it, thinking it, and in some magical, deep, spiritual way, we're manifesting our reality by our thinking. Just like a person can consciously visualize and imagine a daydream. I mean, like they see the beautiful tree, they see the grass, they see the rose. Right here, right now, they see a crystal clear image of a rose, and they can smell it and touch it and everything. Vivid imagination. They're not breaking it down atom and molecule. They don't think it, and they don't, it's just like beautiful rose, boom. Creating realities with our thoughts. That's the real game that's going on planet Earth. That's the real thing that's happening here on a conscious level, on an unconscious level, on an individual level, and on a collective unconscious level. Us as beings from the stars coming here to seed our thoughts, ideas, concepts of reality, our presence, and our understanding of life and how we would like life to be for us and ours here on Earth. We have an opportunity to seed all of this having come from the stars off planet. Kind of like that, okay?
Do not ever give up. Enough is enough. The victory is not guaranteed, nor certain, never is. But we do not rise to win, but because we want to stand against those who subdue us and abuse us. Do not let them. The fight is far from being over. It will cost lives. It will mean more suffering, but don't we all die anyway?
The reason we don't give up, I mean, right? There's lots of obvious reasons why we don't give up. But one on a deeper level is that if we do give up, we stop, we quit, and we start believing or imagining, thinking about, focusing on, and thus creating or agreeing with and believing and creating the outcome of those who have given up and become subdued, overcome, overwhelmed, manipulated, deceived, controlled. And then we, the powerful beings that we are with our imagination, imagine how things are having given up. And that's exactly the game that's being played. The game that's being played on this earth right now is the regressive side is doing whatever it can to get us to think, feel, and believe in the outcomes that they want, in the reality that they want us to manifest with our imagination. And then as a group or collective consciousness, create together this reality or this belief system territory, this realm, and this earth life experience. Okay, all right, here we go.
Choose how you wish to die. Fighting for what you know in your heart to be correct, or buried under the comfortable blanket of ignorance and surrender. No one said it was going to be easy. And no one said we will win either.
I think the biggest challenge, like for me, and I think for a lot of people, is know thyself. Understanding who and what we really are as beings. This is the challenge. If we can do that inner fight, that inner work to understand who and what we are and how we're being played and manipulated and deceived, and in mind control gaming, are we being controlled into thinking that we're losing, thinking that we're a failure, thinking that we can't do anything about it, thinking that the odds are overwhelming. Is that what's happening? Or are we able to look inward, change a few beliefs, let go of some old beliefs, and adopt some empowering beliefs about how powerful we truly are and what we really are? Sovereign, powerful, creator beings playing the game of being human with a human identity as a person or a being here now. And what do? If we step up to this with a greater understanding, doing the inner work, doing what you need to do to feel stronger within yourself and connect with other beings of like mind, this is the power, this is the manifestation phenomena that they fear. They do not want us thinking and feeling and focusing on and visualizing or imagining a winning outcome. With the way things are going, don't give up. Keep in mind the outcome that you would like. We can do this. And imagine it, create it, manifest it, think about it, focus on it, give some thought to some details of how you would like your life to play out in a good way, and all of this. It's just what Yaski's saying here. I'm just breaking it out and talking more about it here.
Detach from the expectations and outcome. Do what you can. Unite. Put aside the differences and focus on the goal, retaining your humanity, dignity, and spirit as a human race.
I love it. Thank you,
Believe
Yasky.
in yourself as a collective, now or never.
It's a good message. I guess we have to do this as a collective. It's not like every man for himself, every woman for herself. No. Working together. Imagine other beings like you, feeling like you do, in a positive way, having gotten it together, and fight the good fight, work toward the outcomes that you feel are the wholesome outcomes that you would like to see for you and yours and humanity. And just keep doing it. Don't give up. Don't go, well, it's all, and start talking negative or thinking negative. That's exactly what they want you to do. It's like, oh, no. If you logged into an online game and it was virtual reality, and you can look all around, and you can see that you log in and you're going to play the game, and it's a battle for survival of your race or your tribe. Going into the game, you don't know for sure whether you're going to win or not. But you're going in to play the game. You have a stake involved. Your pride, your honor, we can really get involved in our games. Do the best we can do. Don't give up. Keep working it. How do we win the game? Ask the right questions on how do we win? How do we change this around? What's it like to change it around? What is an outcome that we can expect or that is possible as this thing flips around? And look at the bright side. I got some bright side looks on all this stuff myself. Yeah, I do. Okay, let's go.
Join up with others. Organize initiatives. Learn how to protect yourself. Do not give in. Never give in to the ones who think they can play you like puppets. Do not get distracted with promises of help coming from outside.
That's a total strategy. It's how do we get the other side to sit on their butts and not do anything? Well, let's put some agents into their camp, and these agents are sharing information about how the good guys are on their way and they're going to save us. Don't you worry about a thing. The good guys are on their way. And there are no good guys on their way. And the entire tribe is sitting there waiting for somebody to come because they've heard stories that the good guys are going to come and help. There are no good guys coming to help. Get off your ass and start doing something, kind of thing. But it's a strategy. And they're doing it on purpose. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're playing people, getting people to believe, and getting people to hope, while getting people to sit on their butts and not do anything. We've got to do something.
Promises of help coming from those who govern you. You, the people, are the power, the weapon, and the solution.
This is because we create this reality like a matrix. It is a matrix. This is a construct, thought form, reality, agreement, phenomena that we're experiencing. So the collective unconscious is manifesting this reality, and then we tune into it telepathically or psychically from some other realm or plane or dimension, and we tune in and we pick up a body, we move into the body, either it's born and we move into it, or it's a walk in, walk out, teleport, merge into all kinds of different ways. But here we are, and now we are creating this reality. It's like we tune into the channel, and then with our own computer system, our own internet, our own connection to the channel, we tune into that TV channel. It's 3D holographic TV. But it's one of many channels. But this one channel is called Earth Physical Reality 3D. And this is the channel we've tuned into psychically or spiritually. So as we tune into this with this consciousness that we have here from this point of view, we are collectively agreeing with what everybody else is saying, and then we collectively manifest and create and sustain that reality. So if you want to change reality, you have to change what you think and spread your ideas, concepts, and understanding of how things are and how they play out. What I'm sharing and what Yaski and Gosha are sharing is that we are incredibly powerful sovereign beings, and what we do matters. And the other side, the regressive side, that wants to do the control and domination and subdue humanity, they know how this game works. And Yaski knows, Gosha knows, I know, lots of people know. And the way the game is played, it has to do with mind control or thought control. How we think and feel consciously and subconsciously and unconsciously. This is how we manifest our reality. So we want to keep the optimistic or the proactive, strong position, courage, brave, face the enemy, be bold, imagine things in the positive, because it's the imagination which is incredibly powerful and which plays a tremendous part in the manifestation of the reality you're experiencing. Learn everything you can about what reality really is, how it's manifested, how you are tuned into this one. Why are you at cause, or why are you at effect in this reality? What is your responsibility in this drama? How are you part of the creation of this reality? And what can you do to change your personal reality and the collective consensus reality that we experience here on Earth? This is crunch time, people. And imagine for a minute that you are an incredibly powerful being and you put yourself in here with this limited understanding, limited awareness, and limited memory or absolute amnesia of the bigger picture. Ask yourself, why would you, as a brilliant, intelligent, good-hearted, great being, why would you do that to yourself? Not to punish yourself, not to just come here and play. Imagine what could possibly be your reasons for doing this, with the idea that you have and I have in our hearts right now. You know, I'd really like this to play out better. I would like humanity to win this one. I would like the good, wholesome, loving people around the world, the good-hearted beings, humans of human descent from earlier times, earlier lives, earlier other planets we've lived on, in bodies, human cultures, civilizations. We're the human beings on planet Earth. So why would you or I put such limits on ourselves and then experience this world the way it is? Now, I'm not saying I have your answers, but these are the questions you want to ask. And look for the answer that is an empowering, brilliant answer. Like, well, maybe I had to come in and experience it the way it is for the rest of humanity, and then myself awaken, so then I can share with others how I have awakened. What does that mean to me? How am I a star seed? How have I come from the stars and seeding this planet with myself, my ideas, my thoughts, my message, my contribution to the reality that I would like to see a greater number of beings on this planet agree to and manifest with me. And that's just, for me, it's an enlightenment and not just an understanding and a knowing of what's really going on the earth, who's in charge, who the power brokers are, who the controllers are on the planet, like Vatican City, London, the banking, the military, Washington, D.C., all these city-states and the beings behind those, the controllers, why, how, all of this. And with this understanding, sharing the light and enlightening people on what's going on, why so many governments around the world are agreeing to something that has been unsubstantiated, unproven, unverified, and enforcing that action on people. And in fact, they are doing everything they can to get you and I to agree to do something that we know is detrimental to our health. So the awakening, the seeding of the planet, is with consciousness, awareness, knowing, enlightenment, so that people can have a better understanding of what's going on and then manifest thusly that which they're thinking about, feeling about, focusing on, and imagining. Kind of like that.
We are it. We are the ones they suppress. And we are the ones they know they can suppress no more.
And it's not we, just a human being, we. It's the sovereign, powerful being that you are, from where and whence you came to this planet and incarnated into this. This is the message. This is one of the many messages that we need to give to other people and help them see that light, as it were.
Once we know who they are, what they do, and who it is we are. They use us, abuse us, mistreat us, deceive us, and we have had it. Stand firm in your convictions, firm in your center, firm in what you know is the truth. Do not sway. Know that you are not alone. We are legions, and together we form a collective, a single entity. We are the only weapon we can use, and the only weapon they fear. Join forces, support and inspire one another, and march on unmovable against all odds. Know that you count, that you matter, your voice and actions, because of who you are and what you stand for. You are important. You are essential.
Yaski Swaru. To get an ET. Swaruyan. Thank you, Yaski. Thank you, Gosha. And so this is an introduction to this particular message. I highly recommend you watch the whole thing. And leave your comments, share the video, share this video, where I'm the commentary, but share this video. And keep doing your studies, learn everything you can about what's going on here, and may the force be with you. All right? Okay. I'm going to wrap it up here. just to keep these kind of tight with all this shorter tension span thing going on around here, including me. Okay, I'll talk to you later.